Let's start part C. Part C is right here on my tank. I want to stand in front of my tank. I will tell them that I'm going to check the front of my tank, the bulkhead, or they call it a header board. I'm going to check I have no bulges, no cracks, no leaks. And also I would check the side of my tank and underneath my tank to make sure I don't have no leaks. I'm going to look up here. I have my manhole doors. I would go up there and open them, check my gaskets, make sure I have a good gasket, and make sure that my manhole doors are secured at all times before I drive. My hoses there, make sure they're not cut and not leaking. I'm gonna come down here to my bottom skirt, make sure my bottom skirt is not damaged in any way, no cracks or legal wheels on it, and my DOT tape, 50% on the side and 100% on back. Proper color, red and white, make sure it's not damaged in any way. My marker lights and reflectors, anything on the side and anything in the front of my tank should be proper color amber, and my lights have to be properly working. Okay, we're gonna go down here. This is my landing gear. My landing gear, make sure my landing gear is properly mounted and secure. It's not damaged in any way. All my cross bracing is bolted down and it's not loose. And then my landing plate is not bent, it's not damaged in any way. And whenever I'm pulling my tank, I gotta make sure that they're all the way up. My crank handle has two speeds, low and high. Make sure they're working properly. Right underneath here are my cross members and the frame. Make sure it's not damaged in any way. It has no cracks or legal welds on it. Anything that's hanging like these electrical lines and air hoses, I have to make sure that they're at more than 18 inches off the ground. Okay, come over here. My signal light, left and right, I would check it, make sure that they're working properly, proper color amber and not damaged in any way. Okay, we're gonna go down here. You're gonna get underneath the truck. The first thing you're gonna check is over here. These are your torque rods. These right here. You got two, one on that side, one on this side. Torque rods properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked. They're not damaged in any way. That right there is a stabilizer bar. Make sure it's not bent. Okay. You also have, you're gonna check your spring brake chambers just like behind the truck. Make sure they're not damaged in any way. But you have a slack adjuster on it. Make sure your slack adjuster push rod, and when brakes release, no more than 1 inch of play. And then you have your slack adjuster nut not missing. Okay. And then you're gonna check your tanks right there. These tanks right here, you got two tanks, your air tanks. Make sure they're not cracking, not leaking no air. All my hoses not leaking. Okay. You're gonna check your tires just like behind the truck. Your brake drum and your brake lining, make sure they're not cracked or damaged, no grease or oil in between to prevent brake failure. The brake lining no less than a quarter. Okay. You're gonna check your butt spacing right here, your rims, no gaps, right? And in between your tires, no debris. These tires in the back, the tire thread should be no less than 232, and these can be recaps. All right, you're gonna check your lug nuts just like on the tractor also. Make sure they're not loose. If they were loose, they'll be indicated by new rust or metal shavings. Your hub, your seal not leaking. Make sure you check your levels on your hub, proper levels. Your air valve not damaged anyway. This is how I would put air in my tire, and you want to make sure that you have from 80 to 100 psi of air. That right there in the middle, that's your equalizer. No missing bolts, it's not cracked in any way, and no legal welds on it. This right here is your equalizer. Okay? You're gonna come back here. So anything in the back here are marker lights is proper color red. Okay? Make sure they're not damaged in any way and they're properly working. We have another manhole door right here. Make sure it's secured with good gaskets, dust caps, properly mounted secure with a good safety cable. Okay? DOT bumper, it's not damaged in any way. It's not bent or damaged, and I have a DOT tape right here. That's got to be 100% in the back. My license plate, properly secure, clean, and my light is working properly. My tail lights, proper color red. I have 4 functions: service, brake, single light, and emergency. Mud flaps, I got to make sure that they're no more than 8 inches off the ground. Okay, and that's it for the back.